Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education, and I'm joined by my lovely wife,
Janice. Hey everybody, nice to see you again.
Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about some of the key concepts around that 5-part series we've been sharing with you the last couple weeks. And that will kind of lead into our introduction to an incredible program that we've put together for those of you that work with individuals that experience chronic shoulder issues with their neck, or just can't perform at the levels they need to and or want to. Especially as it relates to, like I said, the shoulder complex, the upper thorax, and the head and neck.
So Evan, we've actually been getting some amazing feedback from this series, and I haven't had time to share a lot of it with you just because there's been so much. So it's interesting because, well, we always get feedback, good and bad, from people about the information that we share.
Sure.
What do you think it is about? I mean, we both know personally some of the issues that we've been able to really change in our lives when it comes to head and neck issues, but what do you think it is that maybe drew so many people to this series that you did?
I think many of us, especially as health and fitness professionals, we all learn things. Some of it really, really effective. Some of it really great information. Some of it has really changed our lives and the lives of our clients. However, I'm going to share with you briefly my story, and Janice will share with you her story. Some of the things we've learned directly have contributed to our posture and movement issues, especially around the shoulder. When I was 16 years of age, I was the same height as I am now, 5'10". Currently, I'm not a huge guy. I weigh 175 pounds. But at 5'10", at 16, I weighed 120 pounds. There were chicks in my high school class that weighed more than I did. Many girls that weighed more than I did. And I played football, so obviously not very effective if you weigh 120 pounds at 5'10". So I got the best book, the book that actually would change my life, and I didn't know it at that time, but it was the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. So I love this book, and I read every single word of that book over and over and over. I read every bodybuilding magazine. And by the time I graduated high school, I developed 30, 40 pounds of muscle. And recall my very first shoulder issue. And I had worked on a farm. I grew up on a farm, did manual labor, chainsaws, woods, chopping wood with axes and sledgehammer back in the day. Never had a shoulder problem until I started to lift weights because of the exact strategies I was learning. And then as I got stronger and started chiropractic school, my shoulder problems got way worse the more manual work that I was doing. I should say manual therapy type of work. And the stronger I got, the worse my shoulder problems got. The more I went to rehab and did all those strategies, retract and depress, lift my chest up, strengthen the muscles back there, stretch the muscles out here, the worse my shoulder problems got, to the point where I had rotator cuff tears and labral tears. I could not even push 10 pounds over my head. So the strategies that I've been sharing with you in this video series are the same exact strategies that I learned, and then the corrective exercises are some of the same exact strategies that I use to develop more optimal and efficient habits. And it's the same strategies that Janice will share with you that she used to deal with her chronic shoulder issues and headaches.
Yeah, so I shared my story already briefly last week on Facebook Live, but just really quickly, if you remember, I had migraine headaches at the age of 5. I was diagnosed with those. And by the age of 20, I was already taking so much ibuprofen that I was up to 1,000 milligrams a day, and nothing was really changing. I was always tight. I was always trying to stretch my neck. I was always trying to stretch my shoulders. And by the time I became a massage therapist, about a year into my career, my shoulders were in so much discomfort that I could barely lift my arm. I literally had to take one arm to lift the other arm, to turn the radio on to go home at night. So I was in pretty bad shape, and I was only 27 years old at that time. And that's really the time when Evan and I started working together and really we had to spend some time really working together and thinking about things and discussing things and what were we doing that was working and what were we doing that wasn't working. And Evan comes from a chiropractic field. He did go to massage school as well. He has a long history and a long career in the fitness industry as well. And we always take different classes and we talk and we confer with each other about what we learn. And the biggest things we kept seeing, we are actually doing with ourselves. We started to talk to and learn from some really smart people and start to put some concepts together of like, maybe we need to change some of the things that we're doing and some of the things that we're actually teaching and sharing with our clients and patients as well. And as soon as we started to do that and started to notice the things that we hadn't been trained to see before, which is what we share in so much of what we teach people, we started to make dramatic changes in our own bodies. And for me personally, it meant by the time I was in my early 30s, I was no longer taking any more pain medicine. I was up to 1,000 milligrams a day. I have not taken any kind of pain medicine in almost 15 years. That's a pretty cool thing, but I sometimes have to sit back and remember that, because it's pretty easy when you no longer have pain to remember what it feels like. So we're super excited that I was super excited to experience that in my own body. And again, we're super excited to share that with other people. And we're so happy when our clients come back and say, wow, that simple thing you had me do changed this for me, which is so awesome. So Evan, some of the things, like, you give some really simple cues and things for people this week. I know one woman said, hey, can you have Evan talk about biceps and triceps? And the next day you talked about biceps and triceps. And she's like, oh my God, he did that just for me. But I'm sure you did it because it's such a common exercise that can be done incorrectly.
Yeah, one of the concepts that really differentiates our approach, the integrative movement system approach, from all the other approaches that are out there is how we address posture and movement. And our goal is never to create perfect posture or perfect movement or to fix our clients. And that's where a lot of people sort of get down on corrective exercise. The number one goal of our entire strategy, the integrative movement system, is to help us identify our clients' non-optimal and inefficient posture and movement habits that are contributing to chronic tightness, discomfort, or the inability to perform at the levels they need or want. And then through our corrective exercise strategy, help them develop more optimal and more efficient strategies and habits, and then to integrate those habits into the fundamental pushing and pulling patterns. So we discover through our assessments, address through our corrective exercise strategy, and then integrate all these concepts into the fundamental movement patterns. And this is the exact same process all the time. It's the same process that I went through, same process we took Janice through, that changed our lives and allowed us to continue to work as manual therapists, do the things we want to do. Now, I have rotator cuff tears and labral tears, so there's things I cannot do because I just have structural differences or structural changes in my shoulders. But I can still work out. I can still be effective as a chiropractic physician and do manual work without any prolotherapy and PRP and stem cells and surgery. And those things may be needed and necessary and helpful in the process, but we've been able to do it without those adjunctive therapies or approaches. And that's what's really cool about this information, is that when you help your clients change their chronic, non-optimal, and inefficient posture and movement habits and help them create more optimal and efficient habits, you give them the tools, you give them back a strategy for basically changing their life and getting back to many of the things that they need to, want to, and ultimately love to do.
So with that, we're super excited this week to release Evan's newest product based on so much what we talked about today, based on our own personal stories. And while they're similar, they're very different in our approaches that we took to them. And it's the same exact information we share with all of our patients and clients and their success stories. And the biggest thing is Evan's been talking about non-optimal movement strategies and efficient, and maybe that doesn't mean a lot to you right now when you watch this information, because as I always tell Evan, he likes to give away the bath water with every product he makes. And so this week, we thought we had every part of the product that he was creating. And lo and behold, he had like 20 more videos that he wanted to share with people because he felt like it was necessary to help people really utilize the information, especially as it's the most updated information we are using to date with our patients and clients. So when you choose to purchase this product this week, which it comes out on Thursday, it's coming out at 50% off because this year Evan is celebrating his 20th year in practice as a chiropractic physician. So you can obviously tell he's super passionate about this topic specifically. And so with that, he really wants to come out the doors. Instead of giving you guys cupcakes like he would have when he was a kid in school, he wants to give you a huge discount on this product, which again is awesome. And so we're going to do that in celebration of his 20th year in practice. And it's going to be available. Here's the thing though, it's one day. Thursday, we're starting it at, I think it's going to technically be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 24 hours. It's going to be available for 50% off. But here's the thing. It's not just the product. It's all these bonuses, which I think there's 5 bonuses for everybody who purchases the product on Thursday. But then we have these things called fast action bonuses, which are crazy because it's attendance to some of our seminars for free for a bunch of people. huge coupons off for other people, live webinar with Evan as well. So when you come in, sign up quickly, get yours, take those fast action bonuses. They're outrageous because he is silly sometimes when it comes to giving people stuff. So this guy is awesome. I know you think he is because you watch him all the time and you send us great feedback, and sometimes maybe some of you send us not great feedback, and that's okay too.
That's very effective too.
Sometimes it's effective. Sometimes you can just keep that stuff to yourself.
Because actually, it's funny. We just had a meeting with our business coach, and if you don't have a business coach, get a business coach. We're your coach for helping you identify and work through corrective exercises and functional exercise and things like that. You need a business coach too. And one of the things our business coach shared with us is sometimes some advice is not good advice. And some people will write in and email in or post some pretty nasty and negative things. Forget about them. There's too many people that need your expertise, need your services, need what you have to offer. Forget about the naysayers. They're always going to be around. And Janice is real good about that. She's Optimistic, and that's why I keep this book back here. I don't know if you can see it. It's up there somewhere. So it's called, I think she gave it to me, actually. Be Happy. So I put that on my bookshelf so I see it every single time I walk into my office. So that way it reminds me to be happy and forget about those naysayers. I just want to take a real quick moment, though, and tell you about the crazy bonuses that I put together. Because even though we put together a crazy intensive program that completely covers what the shoulder is all about, proper function, the biomechanics, the functional anatomy, the motor control around the shoulder complex, as well as how it relates to the head and neck and upper thorax. The bonuses, as Janice mentioned, and I didn't tell her about this, and this is why I need to work on my communication skills as well. I created 21, and there's probably more than that. I think there's more than 21 additional bonus videos, and they're very short videos, 3 to 5 to 8 minutes, maybe is the longest one, to really quick start you in the process of learning exactly how the shoulder works. And if I had had this information, I would have avoided my shoulder problems, 100%. Because one of the bonuses I share in this program is the 7 corrective exercise and or patterns that we were taught to do that directly contributed to my shoulder problems. So if you just watch the 7 videos of things that you need to either modify and or avoid with your clients, very similar to that comment that woman made about the biceps and tricep exercises, if you can just help your clients develop more optimal alignment and control and or avoid some of those exercises that directly contribute to shoulder problems as well as problems with the head and neck, you will well be on your way to helping so many individuals that experience chronic shoulder as well as neck issues or headaches, as in Janice's case. So I just want her to share with you quickly one of those things that she learned at 5 years of age that ultimately was the biggest contributor to her chronic migraine headaches.
I would probably have to say the biggest one was pull your shoulders back and lift your chest up. It was kind of a combo thing to do. But it was that idea of standing up straight, right? You pull our shoulders back, we lift our chest up, you're standing up straight. So I did stand up straight, and then I started to stand backwards. So what we noticed is that it completely reverses the curves of my spine, which is not an efficient way to move through life. So happily that's starting to change even as I'm getting older. My body has changed in that, so that's awesome. So with that, you guys, make sure you check your inboxes on Thursday at midnight, but make sure you check them early because those fast action bonuses are fast. They're going to go fast, and if you want them, we want you to get them. We want you to get this product at this super amazing price that we're going to offer it as well. And you can always give this guy a shout out for happy 20th anniversary. You rock, Dr. Osar. He likes that kind of stuff.
I don't necessarily like it, but I do appreciate it. That's great. No, I do like it. And I see somebody commented, thank you for 20 years, or congrats on 20 years. So thank you again for posting that. My good friend Debbie actually posted that, so thank you.
So anyways, if for some reason you're not on our email list, go to our website right now, www.iihfe.com. Sign up to get our newsletter. You'll get the notification on Thursday when the sale is open. Also, you can check back here. Evan and I will be popping in all day on Thursday, which he's super excited about. It's going to be kind of like our own little telethon for this. Happy 20th anniversary, Dr. Osar. Your new product rocks. Anyway, so we're going to be checking in with you on Thursday. We're going to let you know how those bonuses are still not available or what's still available so that you can get in there. And if you have any questions, you can always just send us an email. We're always here to help you guys out. And for now, we wish you guys a happy Tuesday. Make it a great day.
Thanks so much for watching. Make it a great day. We'll see you Thursday. Watch your inbox as soon as you get up, because this is for one day only. Will you get this entire program? You'll have a complete picture of how to work with shoulder, head and neck, how to change people's lives. Janice's life was changed. My life was changed as well with this information. And again, pay attention, stay tuned, use the information that you already have at your disposal on all our free 5-part series that we shared with you. And then we'll see you on Thursday. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you later. Take care.